Hello everyone, I'm your Thursday host from Starting Out Solitary, Rose. This week we are talking about the topic casting spells for others vs ourselves. The main thing I'm going to talk about today is casting spells for other people. I'm thinking how I'm going to explain this because I didn't prepare it, but I do have my opinions about it. So, magic. I'm going to make a video about how magic works and all that on my own channel. I do have my own channel now, so if you didn't check it out, check it out. So, magic is mostly putting energy out to a direction where you put your intention to. I'm not going further into that. It's a lot more to explain, but that's the basic kind of. And this is a hard topic. So you need to do an action before the energy will roll into that intention, that direction. So let's give an example to make this easier. I do a spell to get a job. Okay, so I took a candle of this color, I took some herbs and all those things. And 2 weeks later, I still don't have a job. Why? Well, doing your spell is not the only thing you have to do. To roll that energy into its direction, you gotta do things like do some job interviews, send out your, I don't know the English name, curriculum vitae. That I think that's a Latin name, but you know what I mean. You have to send those out because if you don't do that, people won't find you. Magic doesn't work like that. Like, boom, here I am, give me the job. No, you have to do action to get reaction, and it's just like let's do it as a cooking thing. So you have your cooking book with all the ingredients, and you have this bowl, and you put all the ingredients in. Okay, that's good, but you need that energy, that magic, the flame, to heat that up and have a lovely meal. So if that makes sense for you guys, for me it makes a lot of sense. Back to, should you do spells for other people? Yes and no, depending on who the person is. Because if it is a person who is like not into spirituality, who doesn't completely understand what you do and how you do it, some people will be like, oh, you're a witch. I need money. Can you do a spell for me? And sure, no problem. I will do that for you. But are you willing to do the action to get the energy flowing? Because I can do so many spells for you. But if you are not doing the rolling, the energy, and the action, and going for it, and most of the time, that when I do something like that, I want the person to be in the ritual, or I teach them how to do the ritual, because if you put your own energy in it, it will work even better. And it's just really that will, that power, that intention, and you can have so much willing to do that for other people, but that other people needs to want it as much as you do. So I'm not sure if this is making sense, but it's very important. The other thing that I really want to talk about is that intention of that person really the best for that person? Because some people will be like, I need love in my life. Can you do a love spell for me? Sure. And the person can be in a ritual and do everything and, do that action to get love. But is that love really the most important thing that that person needs right now in that moment in their life? Because how am I saying this? There will be moments in your life, and I call them life lessons, experiences that you, for example, let's go on with the love, that you don't have love from a partner, friends, that you feel alone. And in my video on my channel, I talk about you have to be in the darkness to see the light. What I mean with that is, okay, maybe at that moment you don't have love in your life, but do you need it? You need to love yourself. And where am I going with this? Yes. So the thing is, I'm having a hard time to explain this. Yes. So maybe that person needs to be alone to experience being alone and to experience like being on your own, to experience your own love, to love yourself, being able to be alone with yourself, to see the true magic in you, that passion. Maybe you need time to be alone to express yourself even more to the world. I had a hard time being alone. I always had a boyfriend, or I was always around my friends, and I had a time, like especially the year that's flowing, I have been single. And I, in the beginning, it's like, oh, and I miss that affection and that love and all the love texts and, oh, you know, everyone has been there. So at this point, I don't miss it anymore because I don't feel alone. It's weird to hear that from people. Like, I don't feel alone, even if they are alone. And that's an experience. That's a life lesson. Believe me. Sometimes you really have to be alone to find yourself. And I found myself. I am who I am now. Ta-da! So, back to the main topic. Is that the right spell for that person at that moment? Maybe because of that magic spell, you are taking away a life lesson. And life lessons are so important, like really important, to become who you are. So money spells you have spell for a job, to find a lost object, and you have so many spells. You have so many spells as there are witches, pagans, Wiccans. And magic is something special. And everyone does magic on their own way. There is no one rule to do magic. Everyone has their own rules. For myself, I have the rule, in you harm none, do as you will. But see where I'm getting here? Like, if you do that spell for someone else and it's not the best at that moment of that person's life, you're harming someone without even wanting to harming. So most of the time, I want to do a spell for other people. And that might sound selfish and egoistic, but if they want to do a spell, I will also, most of the time, explain how you can do something, what you need for something, and I will tell them in a very easy spell how they can do it themselves. And that's the most important thing about magic. You can do a lot for other people, but people need to experience it themselves to really make that magic happen. So I do spells for myself. I don't do it often, really, because most of the time I'm thinking maybe I should try it first without, to find a life lesson. So yeah, that's really it, what I'm going to say about this topic. It was a lot of brabbling and things all like together and stuff, but I think I said the main opinion about what I think about it. So I'll see you guys next week on Thursday for the next topic. Many blessings. Mwah.